Hello and welcome to Lydia Hawk Designs. Today I'm going to frame my custom death's head moth. You can buy the pattern on my website here. It comes with video tutorials on exactly how to make the body, the wings, add these embellishments to the wings, and the death's head moth's antennas. I really enjoyed adding my monarch butterfly to a shadow box, so I know I'm going to also enjoy adding my death's head moth to a shadow box and hanging it somewhere prominent in my home. The shadow box that I found that we can see my camera reflection in is approximately 13 by 13. The glass area is 11.5 by 11.5. And I think it's going to fit quite nicely in this frame. I'm also going to be using 2 push pins. These have little black plastic balls on the ends that are going to blend nicely into the dark wing. Dark gray would be better, but this will work just fine. I've got a lint brush because the backing on my shadow box is fabric around a foam square, and I've got some canned air just to get rid of any other debris on the glass inside of the box. And let's not forget our Scotch tape or packing tape. I've already got the back off of mine. This is the back of the inside, and as you can see, just placing my death's head moth on it created a bit of a mess. And I'm going to want to center my death's head moth, so I'm just going to go ahead and measure each side. So I want this to be approximately 1¼ inch from each edge, which is where it is actually. So that's good. I'm also going to cut any little bits that stand out on this black. And I mean, it is fiber, it's yarn, so it's going to be a little fuzzy, but I just don't want it to be too messy against the background. And then centered up and down. Let's see what that looks like. That's about 2 inches and 3. So I'm going to move it down a little. Just want to make sure it's nice and centered. So that's now 2.5 by 2.5. That looks really good. The only trick to this is just getting it centered, because once we have a nice bend in our push pin, which you can create using pliers, once you get that bend in it, I created these for the monarch butterfly, and since this is a foam background, this bend might be too shallow. But I'm just going to go ahead and pin my death's head moth right in the corner in the same spot. Where am I? So there's the tip, and then just right almost at that top edge. And then once it's all the way in, then you just pull it flat to the back. And it's going to sit, yeah, see, it's a little shallow, but it'll also be really strong. Let me see, I'm going to go ahead and create new push pins with a deeper bend so that it won't be so awkward in back. Since these pins are a little shallow, I'm actually going to create new pins that are a little deeper in the bend area. And with my pliers, I was about, let's see, I want to go, I probably want, this is probably a 1/4 inch, both of these. And this not quite so much because it's fabric and the pin will sink into it a little bit, but the foam core is at least a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to eyeball it and make my bend. That looks like it's just under 1/2 inch. So it's probably perfect. And it actually is. Once it's in the wing, it is perfect. So, and then I tape the back. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. In the same place as the other side. And it just pops right in and it's perfect. I got this frame at Walmart for about $10. Now I'm just going to clean up any excess lint yarn. If I had push pins with the yellow top, then I would use those here, but I don't. Although, to be fair, I probably would be able to use black here in the black decoration, which is not a bad idea. Just to give it some extra support. Assuming I have, there's one. Okay, I've got 2 more. Yay. All right. That's what I'm gonna do. Because the black push pins just fade right into the wings there. Looks great. And the same thing's going to happen now in the bottom wings. Giving that almost a 1/2 inch bend. And then I think I'm going to put these just right in that corner. Just try to make it as inconspicuous as possible. I probably should have put a deeper bend in these because now I'm not only just going through 2 layers of crochet yarn, I'm actually going through 2 layers of crochet yarn and then the decorative top, but it's still pretty close. So, and they're in the same spot. So now I just want to make sure and tape them down. Yeah, they could have been a little deeper, but it's still pretty secure. I might go over it one more time on each side just to really reinforce it. And now, yeah, look at that. I've got the bottom wings more towards the back now. And I've got it centered. And now I just want to repeat my process. And then I also want to take my Can Air and clean out my shadow box. Now I'm just going to place it inside, put my backing on, make sure it's going on the right way. I just secure the back. And there we have it. A framed death's head moth. And also, because it's a shadow box, it stands upright on its own, so it doesn't even have to be hung on a wall. It can just be set as a decoration. The only issue would be it being knocked over, so you just would want it to set too isolated by itself. Maybe lean it against something or lean it against something and then set some heavy figurines in front of it. And it is beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please feel free to send me questions and messages, custom commissions through lydiahawk.com. If you like my videos, please subscribe and hit the bell for instant notifications. Also, feel free to subscribe to my Not So Monthly newsletter. Thank you for joining me. Happy crafting!